Today on Zero to Lunch, I am at the heart of Ikeja, particularly at a barber salon. Our guest today is changing the stereotypes and she is taking her business to the next level. Find out who we will be talking to and get to learn some more. I'm Joe Hansen. Welcome to the program Zero to Lunch. Honing a skill or a talent is one aspect of life that some individuals must choose. In Africa, particularly in Nigeria. When you were little, did you think that, oh, I want to be a barber as a child?
No, my plan as a child was to be a medical doctor. But what happened is, I had phobia for my blood. Then how much more someone else's blood? That's one. Then two, I had this weakness for biology. Biology is a voluminous course and medicine is all about biology. So I had to tell myself the truth, that girl, you can't do this, this is not for you. So I had to look at my interests and what other thing can accommodate my laziness in reading. So I went for engineering. Of course, engineering is all about calculations. We don't do a lot of reading. We just know the formula and apply it, and that was it.
When did you decide that, you know what, I think I need to go into barbing? When did that decision come into your mind? How did you decide to make that switch?
I decided to go into barbing fully professionally. That was in 2014. But before then, I learned how to cut hair. Not because of I want to be a barber, but I just wanted to learn a skill to satisfy my mom's need that all her kids must learn a skill. So I learned how to cut hair and I went back to white collar job. Then somehow along the line, I didn't have a job. So joblessness reminded me of, girl, you have a skill. Why not go practice this? And that was it. And in my practicing, I fell in love with the career and I decided to do it full time.
So you remember that your skill was there and you tapped into your skill.
Absolutely.
And that eventually worked for you.
Absolutely.
There's a question that I just cannot wait to hear the answer from you. When people walk in and then they see you as a barber, do you get any sense of, oh, sorry, who's cutting my hair? Or, sorry, what's going on? Because we understand that, don't get me wrong, a lot of people tend to picture in their mind that barbing is meant for men only.
Stereotypes.
Not for women, so it's stereotypes, so to say. Have you ever witnessed
that? I did.
Go through that every now and then?
I go through it every day. But now, it has reduced, but when I started, oh my God, it was crazy. The stereotypes and the biases were so crazy that there was this particular one that made me cry. I ran to the bathroom and I cried. I was like, Onyinye, now I will send you a message. Because I learned in Ikotu per se is lower class of people then. So the lower class of insult was not compared to the lower class of stereotype and insult I get from middle class and the upper class, which I started working for the first time in Ikeja. So the stereotype was so high, it was different. So I had crazy excuses, I had flimsy excuses like, hey, you can't touch my hair, I'm a title chief. Hey, you can't touch my hair, if you touch my hair, you will marry me. Hey, you can't touch my hair, you don't know how to barb because of you're a woman. I heard a lot of things like that, but the most important thing is I just had to continue. Another one that made me cry was the man just came and said, who wants to cut your hair? And I was like, me? The guy laughed. He laughed so hysterically that I remember he said something to me. He was like, girl, you can't cut my hair. The only time you can cut my hair is when I'm 60 years old.
Wow.
But the annoyance is not what he said, but the mannerism in which he said it. And there was crowd in the salon, and I just managed to tell him, then when you're 60, I won't be able to cut your hair because the least person in my intern is going to attend to you. I can't recognize the man, but you know there's power in words. It's going to happen. That I'm very sure of.
Now let's talk about your parents. I mean, I'm just going through your background before we focus on the business as well. When you told your parents, okay, this is what I want to do, what was the reaction? I like the fact that your parents already made it clear that you need to have a skill.
My mom, not my parents.
Okay, your mom.
My mom.
Good. So when you now said, hey, this is what I want to do, what was the reaction? Was there a divide? Or?
Well, I didn't tell them. I hid it from them.
Oh.
Yes, because my father had an expectation. My father is a career person, you understand? So my father, I kind of told his parts. He was in the marine sector. Oh, so he had this expectation. My father believes in career, go to civil servant job, travel out, do all of those things. My mom is like, in anything you're doing, just grab his cue.
Yes.
Understand? So when I wanted to learn barbing, my father knew I was learning how to cut hair. But when he knew I was using it to make ends meet, but I didn't let him know. So the only time my father stopped bothering me with job links and people to give me a job was when I got my own place. Yes, and I was really happy when my father called me Miss Fishy last year. That means he has accepted it, because my father never called me that. Though he heard my name, my brand name as Miss Fishy, but he never calls me that. He called me Onyinye. And I was also very happy when he introduced me to his extended relatives that, Onyinye is barbing hair. And I was impressed and I was happy, because it was like, I've given you my blessings, you understand? But at first, it wasn't funny. He didn't like it, but he didn't tell me, but he just respected my opinion, but he didn't. I hear it in our morning devotions. Father, Lord, give my daughter jobs, you know, kind of thing. My father kind of indirectly tell you what he wants through morning devotions, you understand? So, but for now, I hear now, Father, Lord, bless Lushtrends Barber Shop.
I like that. That's interesting. That's good to hear.
Thank you.
I'm tempted to ask one more question before we focus on the
No
business.
problem, it's fine.
So let me just ask that question. How do you deal with females who probably find out that, oh wait, hold on, my husband is going to cut his hair and it's a female that's cutting his hair? Why? What's going on?
I meet two categories of women. One is the insecure one and the jealous one, and the second one is the fascinating one. I'll start with the fascinating one. The fascinating one, I have one woman. I love that woman to the core. Like, I'll call her name, Auntie Cynthia. Auntie Cynthia will say, she speak pidgin, say, you will call my boss and say, babe, make sure saying that babe, Onyinye, they cut my husband hair. She will not come and say, Onyinye, massage my husband hair. And you understand, now one of my first expensive clipper I've ever used as a barber was bought from them. Husband and wife bought a clipper, yes, and I was impressed. I have a lot of customers, the fascinating one that encourage me, but the horrible ones, I won't say horrible one, the insecure ones, they like, must it be Onyinye that cut your hair? No, you're letting Onyinye. In fact, it gets so edgy that when I'm cutting their hair, I don't even talk to the customer. I try not to laugh, because the wife wants to eavesdrop to hear why is her husband laughing, or will try to announce herself to let me know that that is my husband. You understand? I've even lost like a customer because I was having an issue with him and his marriage. The guy had to back out. I said, oh God, please, not because of me that you break your marriage, so just please go. So I'm used to it. It's part of work hazards.
This is Africa. I bet you've heard a lot about it. But this is what you need to know. It's the home of the youngest and fastest growing population in the world. This, my friend, is opportunity right here. This is the future, and everyone wants Africa's attention. You need a voice that's African, young, conversational, a platform with the potential to reach millions of people across the continent with content they can relate to, such as lifestyle shows, sports, and news, just the way they love it. Imagine all the people you could be talking to on NewsCentralTV. Well, don't just think about it. Contact us for sponsorship and advert bookings. Put your brand where Africa is watching. It's NewsCentralTV. In Nigeria, having your hair cut is one of the easiest things to do. This is because barbers are almost on every street. But with the pandemic and teaching tutorials online, a barber must offer something spectacular, which is being highly skilled in the profession and growing the business.
Well, we've seen the challenges, we've seen where you came from, and so on and so forth. Let's look at the business now. You talked about when you started, people supported. What support does your business actually need now in order for it to get to the next level?
Every business wants finance. But before I want finance, I need training, because if you don't have the capacity to manage that finance, when you get that big finance, it's going to run out. So the most important thing I need, which I am still doing, I need training on finance management. I need training on structuring, company structuring, because I have a dream of what this company is going to look like. You understand? I have a dream of this brand becoming a global brand. But for this company to go into a global brand, it needs structures, it needs a system, it needs policies that works. So for me to get the systems, the structures and policies, I need training on how I want it to be done. Even if I'm outsourcing it, but at least I know what I want based on my training. So one, I need training on risk assessment, I need training on structuring and policy. Then of course, finance. I need money. You understand? Ego.
You sound very true. You know what you want, so you're true to what you want, and I'm sure you're looking forward to that. I believe it will come, no doubt. It surely will come.
Definitely.
NewsCentralTV, Africa's #1 storyteller, has come with the best of both worlds. With a combination of news app and live TV, we ensure that you keep track of the latest headlines, breaking news, and in-depth analysis from professional journalists from around the continent. Download the NewsCentralTV app on Android and iOS and get started today. Don't forget to follow us on News Central's social media platforms. News Central, Africa First. Seen as an already male-dominated industry, Miss Fishy the Barber is hopeful that someday she'll be able to change that narrative and give a chance to budding talents like herself to come and learn more about discovering their talents.
I'm very particular developing a girl child. maybe because of my background, where how I grew up, or how I came from, where I came from, rather, I beg your pardon. So I'm looking forward to collaborating with Lagos States.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to collaborating with United Nations. I'm looking forward to collaborating with any non-profit NGO to help and teach young girls how to live their best life. Of course, through skills, you understand. So I'm so particular about that. Because you know one thing about training a girl child, you empower the world.
That's it. That's it. So you train one and you empower the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's interesting. So it's much more like saying one clip at a time or something. I'm already giving you ideas, you know. But I'll save that. Let's talk about investments lastly. If you're open to investments, what sort of investments are you looking at? Because the show is called Zero to Launch. We're looking at businesses that started from conception, skill acquisition, and then we're able to launch it, and it's full-fledged like what we have here, and then you are in operation. But now if you want investments to come into this business that you have now, what sort of investment are you looking at?
What I crave for is to own a barber school, because there is no barber school in Nigeria. Like, I want to upgrade, and you only see them in London. You see London, you see USA, there's no barber school. We just have barber shop. So if I could get the resources, or when I get the resources, as I grow, is to open a barber school where people can walk in, get trained, and get the certification. Certification that will be honored globally and internationally.
This sounds interesting.
Thank you.
Sounds interesting. I'm going to pick you on that. So you just probably put me through on, I know the clipper has steps. I mean, I shave myself, yeah, that's fine. I know the clipper has steps, and you have to be careful when you're cutting the hair, when it's time to do the shape and so on. Maybe we'll just get to watch you a bit, how you do your thing. And
okay, no problem. Of course, we have different kinds of clipper. We have the regular clipper, we have the balding clipper, we have the T-liner, we have the detailer. All I use for various purposes. The regular clipper is to cut and shave, where it have a knob where you adjust. Then a balding clipper is strictly for skin cuts, and sometimes you can use it to line, but most especially is used for shaving skin and shaving clean beard. Then the detailer and the T-liner, they do the same thing, but it's being called based on the is either called T-liner or detailer. It depends on the brand company. Like Andy's call it T-liner, Wall call it detailer. You understand? They are used for edge up, to line, to give you that sharp edges and shave. If you skin your beard or your hair with that clipper, you're actually killing it. Many people don't know, but it's strictly for lining up. You understand? So then, of course, we have various attachment combs, step half to step 8. My favorite is step half and step 1.5. You don't get it in regular clipper. You only get it in a very expensive clipper. So I guard my step half and my 1.5, because that's my best step. It makes my barbing very smooth and swift. I can manage with I can walk away with any other step, but that 1.5, my favorite step.
Hi guys, my name is Folu Storms. You're watching News Central TV.
My name is Aina Davis, and you're watching News Central Television.
Hello, I'm Mona Taha. You're watching News Central.
Hi, my name is Patrick Dante, okay? And you're watching News Central.
Bonjour, je suis Delphine Lopez et vous regardez News Central.
Hi, my name is Nkesi.
Hi, my name is Cynthia.
And you're watching News Central.
Africa First.
Africa First.
Africa First.
Africa First.
Africa First.
Lushtrends, that is the name, and Miss Fishy the conclude by saying this business is certified zero to lunch.
Hi, I'm Onyinyechukwu Obasi, also known as Miss Fishy the Barber, CEO of Lushtrends Barber Shop here in Ikeja. I started from 0 to